All right, so I'm joined today by the Reaper, SD Dumas. Just spent a few weeks in the Florida jail, I think, over a domestic dispute, and he's out. He's been out for about a week, so we got an interview going. Hopefully, we can get some clarity on the situation. But first off, how's everything going, man?
It's going good, bro. Everything's good. Like, how can I say? They try to paint a picture of an image that's not there. There's no domestic dispute. I can't really talk too much about the case, but everybody put it out like there's a domestic dispute, a home invasion, and of course, everybody got to have something to talk about. You know what I mean? I can't too much talk about what's going on, but just know God sits high and looks low, and know everything is going to work out in my favor. I'm not tripping about that. It's just that the whole aspects, like what Buckley said, like, hey man, you gotta surround yourself around different people. I heard the interview, I seen it, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I gotta surround myself around different people, but I'm not saying this to make nobody feel, oh my gosh, he always looking for an excuse. Like, I'm gonna be real with you, man. Like, I've still been searching for a gym, not only because my coach has cancer, you know what I mean? Like, I have a good gym in Pensacola, Witness MMA, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it's like I'm in the big leagues now. I can still have my home gym, but I also need a gym that I know they also push me. Like the boys down in Fusion, they push me hard every time I get there. You know what I mean? I had, a lot of like ups and downs that like made me not be able to like travel a lot. Is it just dealing with like, I hate to say it, I'm not that type of person just to like put my business out. But since everybody want to know this, that, and this, like for the last camp, I was homeless, bro. I still never found a house. I was staying in hotels. I was staying at people houses. You know what I'm saying? So like everything was so like how can you say, like, you know how it is, like if you staying at a person's house, automatically they just tell you get out. You know what I'm saying? There was no like control. There was no like comfortability. Like when it was comfortable, anything can happen. So I was dealing with that, plus trying to get ready for a huge fight in my career. Um, so like I had to backtrack on a lot of things, which I said I wasn't gonna do. But I had to do what I had to do, man, as a man. I I had to, sit in that pot, what it feels to be homeless, sleeping in your car, even though you at the top of the stage. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't know, when I fought back in August of last year, I still never recovered. My house burned down. You know what I'm saying? I told everybody about my coach Adam, about having this cancer, and I lost somebody that was very big in my life that taught me a lot of ropes, taught me a lot of stuff, and that's my grandpa. When he was passed away and was passing away, I knew it was coming, but like it didn't hit me until like a month or two later when I knew something wasn't right. I still wasn't fully training. I still wasn't fully like mentally there. I was telling people I was there, you know what I'm saying? But losing that man, bro, like it took a lot out of me. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't know how to feel about it because this would be the first time I felt like, like of course, I lost homies and shit, gun violence, stuff like that. But they actually truly like, I lost my cousin to cancer. My one of the cousins I even call like a big brother and shit to him. I lost him to cancer and like I got over that. You know what I'm saying? I got over it, but like my pops, man, I call him pops for a reason, He was that father figure. He made sure certain things was like going on the right track. Like when I won my fight in Abu Dhabi, like, like he was telling me, hey son, you the first out of our family to ever make it to the big stage, and I'm proud of you, win, lose, or draw. My family tell me that, but hearing it from him because he was born in Alabama back when like slavery was kind of getting out of the way and shit. You know what I mean? But like he showed me different type of aspects of like how to be in life, how to be towards people, how to actually treat certain situations, and like when I didn't have that mentor anymore, because everybody needs a mentor. How like Buckley was saying, everybody needs a mentor. Yeah. Like that man was my mentor. Like when I actually started sitting down, actually getting stuff right, you know what I mean? Actually like listening, he was taken away from me. You know what I'm saying? And like, it kind of put me in a spiral of being like out of control. And when people like see this, hear this, I don't care how people take it. I went in there and tried to fight a fight. People say, "Oh man, look as you used to look and all that." Like I tell people, it's not even about that. You know what I mean? Like it's about me and that man getting in front of each other, banging it out. You feel me? And I just couldn't pull the trigger because of staying with people, being homeless, getting hotel rooms. I actually felt that. You feel me? Because I had my house burned down. You know what I mean? And like I wanted to go down south and get training in with the boys at Fusion. And every time I had a reason to go, it seemed like something magically happened, which turned into an excuse. And then, in a couple people's eyes, once you say, all right, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. After that, a lot of people are like, bro, I know you ain't coming. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So like I kind of built that little burden with certain people, you know what I'm saying? But, to each his own, if they hear this podcast and hear it out, that'll be the real reason why. I try to do the poker face. I tried to do what all I can do, bro, just to show people that, like, when you still going through some shit, bro, you still got to push through. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might have lost that fight, but I didn't lose the war. You feel me? I'm still in the UFC. I'm waiting for the call. You know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling right now. Yeah, I got this legal case stuff going on, but God sits high and look low, so He knows everything's gonna work out in my favor. So, really, the only thing I can do, man, is be patient. Sitting there for those 3 weeks. Like I was on 23-1. 23 hour lockdown, 1 hour get to come out. You feel me? Yeah, it's like they treated me like shit. You know what I'm saying? But it was for a good reason and a bad reason. Bad reason, they ain't want nothing to happen to me, yada yada. Good reason, they want to make sure don't nobody jump on me to keep my protection. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good and bad thing at the same time. But it made me get close to my Qurans that I read, bro. You know what I'm saying? Kind of just like a nigga just look over people now. You know what I mean? Like look over dumb things. Like, yeah, this is one of the aspects that I really gotta like finish and look over. You know what I'm saying? Because people are like, oh my gosh, here's the woman beater, or he's breaking in people's houses. Nah, never that, bro. Like I tell people around me, when was out trying to do positive and put positive out, nobody was marching behind the nigga at all. Period. At all. Marching behind me at all. As soon as I get into some stuff, everybody come out the woodwork. You know what I mean? And I've been a firm believer of this. Like, people say you post your city, supposed to carry your back. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a true believer about it. Roy's from my city, Pensacola. Everybody's still behind Roy. I'm still like that wolf that's in the forest trying to figure out if who's my pack or who's gonna be around or what is this going to pertain to? Like my gym wise, people around me because, I had supporters from my city rooting for me. I love the 850. Them boys know that, the girls know that, the mayor, the governor, I hate to say it, still fuck 12. But even 12, no, I'm rooting for the city, you know what I'm saying? They rooting for me, you know what I mean? But it's like I tell people like sometimes a person need to feel that. You know what I mean? And I ain't feel that. I mostly felt the negative of how people painted the picture and betrayed me. You know what I'm saying? Like, to each his own, I did my dirt, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes the picture be painted, you know what I'm saying, how it needs to be painted a couple times, you know what I mean? Wow. But at the same time, if a person actually doing positive and trying to change a different aspect of his life, you know what I mean? Like, don't downplay the guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't downplay me and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I work hard. I ain't trying to be funny. Like, I work hard and a lot of people don't know, bro. I ain't never think I was gonna be in the UFC. Like, I ain't never think I was gonna be still in the UFC, fighting people. Everybody thought I was gonna be out that bitch within 3 fights. You feel me? Oh, he's still newbie. Yes, I'm still new. Like, y'all gotta remember something, bro. I only been fighting. This what, my second year in the UFC? And this is like me being like 5 years being a pro. Like, bro, like I tell people, man, I'm working my ass off at the highest stage. And I'm gonna, give grace to Allah for that. And, the work after that, I'll try to put in more. But like a lot of people say, like, bro, if you come to these bigger gyms, you know what I'm saying? Because I talked to like a few people, about transferring to gyms, like fighting nerds, and I talked to Kill Cliff, you know what I mean? And then, I talked to my boy from Fusion, I talked to my boy Julius and Phil Rowe from Fusion. And they were saying, bro, it don't matter where you go, it's about how much you put in. And I was like, you're right. But, it is such thing that you need those type of fighters around you, bro. And like I had it, but then I didn't stay focused. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We had things going on, it seems, too, that kind of pulls you away.
Yeah, man, you facts, but at the end of the day, I had to remember like this is my job. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? This how
Right.
I eat, this how I make my money on, this how I paint the image that a person don't want anymore. Like, yeah, I'm a fighter, you know what I'm saying? But everybody already look at fighters like they dumb, stupid, always getting into shit, whatever. But really, bro, I'm just trying to make it to the top, take that belt, you know what I'm saying? Beat Anthony Johnson, knockout records, you know what I mean? And retire by the age of 36, 37. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my goal, to win that belt, defend that belt, and get the most knockouts. You know what I'm saying? And I've been dealing with so much like stuff, like for years that I can finally say now I let it go and I'm back in that mode. Like when I was on my contender contract, like when I got my contender contract, I'm in that mode again. Like after that, it seems like people, negative people, certain situations just like had a nigga like had me like low, bro. Like I still fought, but it was just like everybody was asking, and it was always a need. And like I'm a warm hearted dude, like bro, like I respect everybody. Like if I know I have it, I give it to you. You know what I mean? Like if I ask for it back in return, you don't got to pay me back all right then and there. But man, I had so many people run up on me with money, bro, and like say they're gonna do this and do that to the point like I had to realize like, man, these are the people I call friends and shit, and like they just upped and disappeared on me when I gave them a little bit of change. So like, not only that, bro, it's just like I told people, man, just dealing with like not having a place, sleeping on somebody else's couch, being at other people's houses, like getting in hotel rooms when like you and a spouse or a family member fight and shit, and you gotta leave and shit. You know what I mean? Like I tried to focus, I tried to stay hard, shout out to Michael for getting that dub, you know what I mean? But like that wasn't me. Like I haven't been me for the past like one, two, three
Since that
fights.
fight in Abu Dhabi or something, or maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I haven't been the same. Like even before then, I want to say when I lost to Rosa Bar, like in New Jersey, like I knew something wasn't clicking how it used to be, man. You know what I'm saying? And like it bothered me, but like I knew what it was, man. I knew it was the people. I knew it was this. You know what I mean? And I just try to roll it off my shoulders and just go with the flow, but some things, bro, you just can't roll off your shoulder. Some things you just gotta let go and just say fuck it. You know what I mean? And that's what my problem was. I was too busy trying to still roll shit on my shoulders or still turn the sand glass up and down and hopefully time can wait. You know what I mean? And like it costed me, you know what I'm saying? Because all three of my losses, bro, is because, and this is me saying it, because of me, because of the shit I had to deal with. You know what I mean? And now that I have nothing to deal with besides, legal actions with, hopefully with my lawyer team and, Allah's will that it'll be over and done with, man, like people gonna see a whole different side of me like they haven't seen in a while. People want to see that knockout artist. You're gonna see that. Like, I don't care about these dudes throwing these punches and kicks. Like, bro, you bleed like I bleed. You get dropped like I get dropped. And we gonna squabble, we gonna squabble. You know what I'm saying? And like, like I think a lot of people forget that. A lot of people don't realize like I got a personal life that I try not to put like out there in the public, you know what I mean? But I'm a man, I got a family. I try to keep my personal shit off the internet. You know what I mean? But I can't lie. That shit bothers me and shit. Like I tell people, bro, shit, when my pops passed away, that was like, nigga, it felt like I lost myself. You feel me? Like, it felt like I ain't know what the fuck to do. Like, the world was against me. I felt like everybody was against me and shit, bro. And like, I just had a crash moment. And then when this bullshit happened, it was more like, what the fuck just happened here? Like, one minute I was going to go play basketball, the next minute this shit turned into a fucking tornado. And I was like, what in the hell just happened here?
Yeah.
But
Damn.
everything's gonna be worked out on that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I feel you. Is she gonna drop any charges or that's still up in the air?
Nah, bro, really, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. The crazy part about it, it's not even the person.
Oh,
It's just that, how they put the article out is that they made it like that. They made it like it'd be a DV, a domestic dispute, a home invasion. He had a gun on him. See, the people made it like that. The officer that wrote the report, he took 5 hours writing a report.
kind of threw the
Five
book at
hours.
you.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like 5 hours to write a report. And everybody was like, why did it take this man 5 hours to write a report? You know, and it's just nerve wracking. You know what I'm saying? Like it was an out to get you moment. Even on the police report. The officer even said, yes, I know he's a known UFC fighter. And like when you put something like that on a police report, bro, you know what I'm saying? That's not saying you're doing your job. That's saying that you feel like you got something on somebody now. You know what I mean? Because if you was doing your job, you would have put it out like this, like this, like that. You wouldn't even put that on a report. Because when I read the report, from like when everybody was sharing and stuff like that, I was like, I'm knowing he was a UFC fighter.
He's a known UFC fighter. That's a quote in there, right?
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like, so did you try to do this to hurt me? And did you not try to look deep into this stuff and figure out it was a bunch of BS? You know what I'm saying? You just took whatever you want to just roll with. So like I say, like it wasn't about a person, it wasn't about her, him. It was just about how that one officer took it and ran with it. And he still had to do his job, understandable. But from me hearing it from other people that stay in different states, you know what I'm saying? And they tell me like, nah, bro, if two people arguing or whatever, normally, they're supposed to separate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like this. And I'm over here like, well, in Florida, they do it differently here. And I tell people like, come to Florida, you might leave out on probation. Well, strictly Pensacola. Strictly Pensacola. Cause everybody got to do their jobs, but you still got those super cops as wanna, go up and beyond. You know what I mean? Like no disrespect to them, to them, but sometimes, bro, like when you can see a situation isn't really a situation, you should even try to go forth with some things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. I see
And
what you're saying a little bit.
yeah, and like I'm not badgering Escambia County. I'm not badgering the Pensacola Police Department. It's just like when something's messed up and you can pinpoint, because you went to school, you did your law work, you did your detective work, you feel me? You will know when something's out the ordinary. You'll know if it's a bunch of humbug. You'll know if it's some shit like that. After the case drop and, like I say, it drops and all lowers will and all that and stuff, then, when we hit back up the podcast, I'll be able to say a lot more.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just that the simple fact is that, like, I'm still a human being. Like, y'all looking at me as, like, I'm some monster. No, I'm just a human being, bro, that like to smoke his gas and stuff, stay out the way, take care of his kids, you know, and just do what I need to do. But like, I had a blockage. Well, I had blockages of things in my face. And like I told the officers, man, like I had a lot going on. Like I'm not gonna give nobody no sad story, but like, oh, you staying in your car? Why? You should be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how people talk shit about it, woo, woo, woo. But like I told people, man, shoot. I wasn't ready. I wasn't stable for a lot of things. I had to make some type of way to even get stable. You know what I mean? And people thinking like, oh my gosh, he's doing home invasions. He's doing this. Nah, buddy, like, tell you right now, and this is me being real. If all these accusations happen and you know what I mean? Like ending this shit happen, my bad, I was trying to pick a zip.
Very good.
Ending this shit happen, bro. Like the judge would literally put a no bond on me and not let me be out, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got a job to do. Facts. But everybody can figure out when some shit is just humbug. You know what I mean? Like just some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think too, something you got to probably like realize, I think, about the area is like, if you came up, right, grew up kind of getting arrested in the system by those cops, and then now you're a
Yeah.
UFC fighter, like human psychology, I'm sure it makes somebody a little bit jealous. Even though you're kind of telling me right now, like your life isn't gravy, you're still living out of your car and shit. You're not rich because you're a UFC fighter. But
Yeah.
I think the same cops that might be arresting you in the past, you know, you talk shit to them when you're a kid, and then they're like,
It
damn, now
does.
this guy made it. He's on TV. I think it does something psychologically where that's why you might have gotten some trumped up charges. But I don't want to be too critical either because you got an open case and stuff like that. But just human psychology side of it, you know, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, but like, I'll be real with you, bro. Like, yeah, a couple cops probably, felt some type of way. But, at the same time, bro, be real with you. Like, some officers asked for it. Like, some officers should have just did their job. You know what I'm saying? Woo woo. So if you holding a grudge against me, okay, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody can change. You know what I mean? That's just like a drunk person.
Yeah,
Oh, he can be sober. It just takes time.
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think people forget that. Like, it takes time with some things. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but Rome wasn't built in one day.
People grow and evolve, right? If you were somewhere when you're a kid, you can easily mature a few years down
That
the line.
that part, you feel me, bro?
Yeah,
And I think a lot of people forget that part. I think a lot of people forget that part, bro.
yeah. So how did
And
you end up getting out and shit like that?
oh man, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I just had to bond out, bro. I had to bond out. Um, had a few people helped. I know they don't want me to say their name on here and shit, but I had a few people help me out. Um, Shout out to Billy Cart Bales Bondsman, because they was the first to like suit up, boot up, and come get me. You know what I mean? Um, so it's just like it's just a bunch of shit, man. Like I got out. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it, but like they put me on a monitor to be watched and stuff. And I know people have seen before. Um, but it's just really just a money game, bro. Like a money game.
How much did you have to do? Like, because I know you don't have to do a whole 500,000, right?
Yeah, nah, I had to like pay like 10% of that. So that would roughly be about 50K.
Yeah, okay, that's not bad.
Shit.
I mean, it is, but
I
it's
know,
way
I
less
know.
than half a mil.
Yeah, you feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah,
So at the end of the day, bro, I'm just waiting for all this shit to blow over. Everybody can get their money back, you know what I'm saying, for helping me out. I can get back in the ring and fight. And you know what I mean? Be back in win column. Cause really, bro, I'm just chilling right now, bro. I hate to even say it. Like I'm just chilling right now.
yeah. Can you fight and stuff like that? Like you could get one
Yeah,
going,
I
or
can
you gotta
still take
wait?
a fight. No, I can
Okay.
still take a fight. But I know I just want to make sure all this stuff is handled within the next month or two.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Because it shouldn't be no reason why I shouldn't fight, or why, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be no why. You know what I'm saying? Because it's my job. And like I told people, man, like it's just part of the life that, certain people choose to do, certain people want to do, you know what I mean? So I kind of just go with the flow with things, and like I say, let God handle it, bro. And just go from there, bro. He got me out.
Yeah.
He had the people to get me out. So
I saw too that like you had a court date on the 23rd, but you were out like the day before. So did you happen to do that court date and shit like that, or you didn't have to?
yeah, nah, I didn't have to go to the court date. My lawyers went for me.
Okay.
So when I get up with them, because they on vacation right now, I'll know for a fact. But um it's just a progress, man. It's just like one of those things. Like the stake him, ask for a continuance, and we can get a continuance. Like it's just a waiting game. That's the whole part about the system, just a waiting game.
That probably sucks in its own right.
Oh, it does, man. It really truly does.
Yeah, because you want to get going, take that burden off your shoulders. Are you
Oh yeah.
facing any jail time for like the gun charge or anything like that?
Nah, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. Like nobody said nothing.
Okay,
Ain't
so
no
you're not worried
charges,
about that?
yeah, like ain't no charges, ain't like they ain't really talk about no sentencing, no nothing like that. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So like that's a good thing. So really, bro, I'm just waiting for this fucking nightmare to blow over.
yeah, for sure. And then I mean, you saw clipped in with Buckley, but we're saying kind of like the gun. I was kind of explaining like it is a dangerous area you live in, but you probably got to stop carrying that shit. Like
Well,
definitely,
nah,
right?
bro, that's the thing, bro. I don't even carry guns. That's the crazy
Okay.
part. I
It
don't
was
even
in your
carry
car. It
guns.
wasn't on your person, right? It was in your car.
Well, that's what the report
That's what the
allegedly
report. Oh yeah,
says.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? But like everybody that knows me, I'm not about to put myself in a situation to get messed up. You know what I mean?
Right, because that's life or death, and jail.
Yeah,
Like you just got out 3 weeks later, so that's what you got to weigh, and people don't
yeah,
consider that.
yeah. And like I tell people, bro, like a lot of people, like don't mess with me, but like it's a true thing. If you keep that type of attention around you, then a lot of people is gonna want to bother you. You know what I'm saying? But if you like humble and just cool with everybody, then everybody ain't gonna really like mess with you too much. And like even when I was like locked up for those 3 weeks, I was locked around like rapists, people that done murder. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
been in there for 2, 3 years. You know what I mean? And people knew me. And you know what I'm saying? It was just like kicking and parlaying, whatever. Just cooling to get everybody's side of things. But they were straight being real, bro. Don't come back here. You feel me? You got a career, bro. You got a lot of stuff ahead of you. He's like, fuck these other niggas and fuck these bitches and fuck these dudes, man. Fuck these women. Like that ain't, you know what I'm saying? You need a team, actually good people that's around you. So like, hearing from, the homies and from the OGs and from the Muslim brothers and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, it was a good feeling, to hear this. So only thing I can do is just make sure I just keep moving forward, man.
Right. Also, I was thinking too, like with the arrest and stuff like that. Is she how do I put this? Like what? Because you were living there, right? Like last year.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why I say, bro, when all this stuff, when I able to talk about all of this, bro,
Yeah.
once the case drop, everybody gonna be like, what the fuck? Like,
Okay.
this even the person, like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck just happened? Like, y'all really just took some shit and just ran with it. You know what I mean? And like, once I say that point, once everything's handled, everybody gonna just hear it and be like, okay, so what's the real story? This what happened, yada 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 yada. You know what I'm saying? Then I just go ahead and tell everybody. You know what I mean? But right now, I'm still not gonna talk too much about it. But the people that's involved in it, you know what I mean? Everybody's just like, what the fuck, man? This is some shit. You know
You
what I'm
guys probably
saying?
all want it to end then. Sounds
Yeah,
like.
like everybody just want to be over and done with. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a bunch of BS, man. You know what I mean? Like it's just a bunch of BS, a roller coaster. Like I tell people, when I'm out the city, I have no problem. When I'm in the city, it's always a problem. That's what I tell people. I don't even like popping out for real, because I know it's always gonna be some shit. You know what I mean? And like, I ain't trying to deal with that shit, bro. Like, I ain't even expect this to happen. You know what I mean? But you know, it part of. You know what I mean? Like, it's part of life. You know what I'm saying? But I just kind of just let everything be now, bro, and just call it a day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Is she the mother of one of your kids, or how many kids you got with her?
So, talking about the person that said that's in the victim or
I
playing
guess
in this
so.
part.
Yeah, like from the arrest.
Oh, only one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you have one kid with her.
Yeah. You know what I
So you're
mean?
the
So like,
you're the father of one of her kids. I don't know how many kids she has, but
yeah,
with that being said, I don't think that she wants some like big punishment to come over you because that directly affects everything. And talking to you, the reason why I kind of like put something out there as far as like, hey, don't necessarily think this guy is like a full on like bad guy is because speaking
yeah,
to you and
man.
stuff, I can see that like you are like a warm hearted person. You're a nice person. You know what I mean? And if you let the maybe cover, if you judge a book by its cover, you might think something else about you.
Oh yeah, bro.
But I
Everybody
think,
think
like,
different
even your
about
girl
me.
probably or your ex-girlfriend might I think she knows you're a good person, I think that you don't have some devious, ways behind you, because I know people like that too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm just saying I don't really get that vibe from you. I just wanna put that out
Nah, bro.
there.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I'm the type of person that's like this. Like, once it's done, it's done. Once the family is done, family shit is done. Once the relationship is done, it's done. Like, I don't got time to go back and forth with a female, let alone a dude. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And I know what comes with it. Like, everybody knows a dude to kill a dude over some pussy, a dude to accidentally beat the girl up and go to jail for life in prison. Like, it's all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, all type of shit. And like, when I tell people that shit, people look at me like I'm crazy, and I just tell them like this, like, bro, like, I just don't be caring about stuff like that because I know what. Oh shit, lucky. Sorry, there's a ladybug on me. Holy shit. Oh my gosh, another one. Yeah. Well, that means I'm lucky, so that's good, right?
Yeah, I feel you.
But
What
yeah,
were you saying?
but nah, bro, it's just like, people just take whatever they see and run with. Like everybody see me, be like, oh, he's a woman beater. He's this. I'm like, bro, like I went to jail almost about 13, 14 times. You know what I mean? They ain't never been to jail for beating up no woman.
Yeah, that's the headline they all like to talk about. You going to getting arrested. Always says, what do you think about that though? Like,
Bro,
you know,
honestly though, I'm gonna be real with you. Does it irks my nerves? Yes, because it messes up sponsorships and stuff like that, just in case I actually need some. But at the end, bro, I let it be. Like if once everything comes out to the light and everything is dropped and everything is just like the last DV case when it got dropped, people still call me a woman beater just because I'm gonna have something else to talk about. You can't say nothing else about me, really. Besides, oh, he needs to work on better himself in the ring and doing stuff like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, still learning. Like I tell you, I'm still learning. But besides that, you can't say anything else about me, whatever. Besides, oh, he smokes weed. He needs to cut back on the weed.
that's
Okay.
fine.
You
No
feel
worries
me?
there. What was the other medication that was found? If you're able to say anything, because there's like weed
Oh
and then there's
man,
controlled
yeah, they
substance.
said, yeah, my med card. They say it was my med card, whatever. But they had to look into the computer and actually see that I had a med card.
Uh,
You know what I mean?
then any Xanax or anything like that?
Boy, fuck no, boy. I do not fuck with pills, fentanyl. I
Okay,
do not fuck with none of that shit, boy.
gotcha.
That's one thing. I know when it said the unprescription, no. The
Yeah, that's what I'm
unprescription
asking.
was when I went to the med store and got some wax or whatever, it just wasn't inside the container. So at stores when something's not like in the container, because they explained to us, like if Florida law, if it's not in a container, like it's considered like not proper packaging or prescription wise. So
Like it
that's
was
what it
sold
was.
on the streets or something like that.
Yeah, but when they
Yeah,
seen like the tags and barcodes and all that, they was like, oh shit, you know what I mean?
yeah. So it's
Like he
just
actually does got it.
wax.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he actually does got a med card and all this and shit.
Okay. Well, that's good that
But
we cleared that one up at least.
yeah,
And then fucking you be buying like 50 grams of Kush, huh, at one time?
man, I don't know
That's
about
like
that,
two
man.
ounces.
I don't know about that one, man. I don't really. I don't. I just go to the dispensary, man, and just you know what I mean. Just go get my
Yeah.
gas, man. But
You
when you
might
got
have
a
put a little
med
extra
card,
grams on there.
yeah, man. Like for real, bro. Like even on my med card, I can hold up to a QP. That's 4 ounces. You know what I'm
Right. So
saying?
you're chilling. But yeah.
Yeah, you feel me? Like I'm just, just chilling, waiting until I fight, getting all this stuff lined up, being professional, have this stuff done and set up. And that's really it, bro. You know what I mean? And people just make it out that seems like, oh my gosh, he's just a menace to society. He just won't stop. No, I have stopped. It's people around that don't stop their type of stuff with trying to, like how they say, like I was talking about the officers. They know I have something good, they'll try to stop it if they don't like me, or how you said I got a name for myself. You know what I mean? Like you just gotta remember, people will stop you from a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Definitely.
like I think a lot of people forget that. Like I know a lot of dudes.
Especially
Well,
as you succeed. If you
yes,
ain't doing shit with your life, nobody cares.
that part.
They're chilling. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna tell you shit. They're gonna be like, yeah, you're doing good working at the fucking restaurant down the street.
You know damn well
You know what
that
I mean? It's
motherfucker ain't
like,
good.
yeah, that's the
Uh,
problem with that shit though.
shit. Come on, motherfucker. There we
What are
go.
you what are you what are you getting right now? Another pimple?
Yeah, I was popping that motherfucker.
I was gonna say, are you so a part of the report too? Are you still with that girlfriend, or are you kind of like single now? What's the deal?
Nah, man, I'll be real with you, bro. I'm by myself. I can just right now, bro. I gotta be by myself and just focus on me right now. You know what I'm saying? So right now, everything's is just focus on me. You know what I mean? So
Everything cool with you guys? Not the one that's the mother of your kid, but that new girlfriend. Everything cool with you guys? How it ended?
yeah, like everything's cool, bro. It's just everything and everybody knows it's a real fucked up situation. So everybody just, you know, stay on your P's and Q's, man. Make sure you do the right thing and don't fall back into going into bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, just make sure everything is good. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like I
Even
told
like,
people,
go ahead.
nah, I said, like I just told people, man, I just stay out the way, man. I just got to focus.
And I think because you watched the clip too with Buckley, so I think what Buckley's also saying when he's like, keep your life in order. I think without saying it, what I think a little bit is probably not even to you, but just like a general kind of thing to say is sometimes even just like trying to get women, you know what I mean? Even if it's just like innocent, right? There's no like
Mm.
arguing or anything. The energy it takes and shit like that, you know, when you got like a mission,
Yes.
sometimes I think you just gotta stay away from the chicks for a little bit.
Yeah, nah, man, like you're right, right. If you got a solid one on your team, facts. Keep that solid one, you know what I'm saying? But you got to make sure you're focused. You are focused. And like I told people, man, going through a lot, homeless, this, that, this, and the other, man, I wasn't focused. But now, oh, yes, I'm focused. Like back in the gym, jogging, strength conditioning. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting back into it like I used to be.
Yeah. What gym are you at now? Like, or about the living situation too? Like, how has it kind of improved for you maybe since getting out?
It's proved it's getting better. It's getting so much better. I can just say that. I'm getting
Okay.
things put in, ducks in a row, things going right. It's just getting better living situation.
Have you had anybody reach out to you, maybe like looking to help you at all, or
No,
not really?
no, nobody.
Okay.
That's what I say, bro. You know, like if The Rock went out and helped the dude, you know, that Kobe Covington, you know, that I forgot that dude,
Yeah,
the
Femba
black dude.
Garimbo.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That'd be
Like,
great for you.
yeah, you know, I'm not even looking, you know, I'm not asking for it, but I would really appreciate if somebody actually did look out for somebody, you know, to help me out. Cause like everybody need help, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing until, you know, my time comes for somebody to help me. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, you know, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is.
Hey, we all grind, and I'll say this. It's a little embarrassing on my end, but I'll be straight up with you since you're being honest too. Fucking like, you know, it's the first of the month, right? So like I got
Mhm.
fucking like my rent paid, all this shit. I didn't even have enough money to pay my internet because I woke up with like overdraft in my account, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, fucking A. And then I had to call my mom. I'm like, hey, I got this interview. It's gonna be a good interview. Like, you got any extra money? Can you help me pay my fucking internet bill? So she helped me pay my internet.
Yeah,
But you
bro,
know,
you feel me?
life ain't easy, bro. It ain't easy for me either.
Yeah, bro, you feel me? That's what I tell people, man. If it was easy, everybody can do it. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So
But I
like I
think
tell them,
sticking through, you know what I mean? If you can be disciplined and get through the other side, I think it's very fruitful, you
that
know?
part.
Yeah.
That part, bro.
Can I ask you just one other thing about the arrest? Because it's like the biggest headline is this dog crate thing. You want to bring any clarity to that, or is that kind of what happened?
Oh, yeah, nigga, I was hiding in a dog crate. It was not about to get me, but I told nigga, look, I'm sorry. When they say the police was looking for you, nigga, I'm sorry. Like, I ain't even trying to brag about it, but like, yes, I did hide. I was scared. Goddamn.
Damn.
Yeah, man, that's all right, bro. That's all right.
Yeah, that's all good. And then the 23 hours and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, I know you said it was like a blessing in disguise, but why did they do that? Just to protect you? Like, or you didn't do
Yeah, they
anything
did it to
wrong, or
protect me, but also did it to protect other inmates because, like, if they put me on 23-1, because if I would have beat the dog shit out of them or choked one of the inmates, I would have caught another felony charge.
were you like angry and that's why or something at the time? So like, where just gonna
Nah,
put you,
bro,
or
like,
they just
they
think you're like
just,
a trained killer?
yeah, you feel me? Like, I'm gonna go in here and just, no, bro.
Yeah.
Like the CEOs was cool in the jail, though. I can't cap. It was cool.
Okay. So no fades in jail.
Nah, bro. I ain't trying to catch no new charge, bro. Listen, I did get into it with a gay dude, though.
What happened?
Nah, he just kept saying he's a beautiful boy. He's a beautiful man.
Talking to you?
Man, nah, just talking to everybody, bro. Didn't nobody want to hear that shit no more, bro. He got beat up in the pod. He told everybody he was gay. And, you know, didn't nobody care. So he felt some type of way and tried to fight with everybody.
Mm, damn. All right. Okay, I think we might wrap it up with this one then. Four extras. How far did that shit go? I've been trying to get you on even since
Bro,
the
man,
beginning of this year,
fuck
like
him, bro.
January.
Fuck for extra. I ain't gonna really say it too much, but like, Adam22, like y'all niggas owe me like 15K, nigga.
Are they just like honey dicking you or what?
Man, it basically was some honey dick and shit. Cause like I really thought we were gonna spar and squabble it out. But
Yeah.
like Adam22, if you hearing this, bro, you owe me and Wack100. Y'all niggas owe me 15K, bro. Like, y'all niggas owe me 15K.
Because Wack said he was talking to you and shit
Yes,
like that, right?
Wack100 said he was talking to me and talking about, oh, I'm gonna get it set up, I'm gonna get it set up. How much money you need? I told him 4,000. Just give me 4,000. You know what I'm saying? He talking about, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna give you 15K. So the fight never happened. So I'm just like, hold on, bro. Y'all just got publicity off of a nigga. You feel me? Like, at least throw me something for even bringing some type of rating and shit. You know what I mean? Because not everybody want to fight for extra. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's because of me. Because nigga, what didn't nobody care about your? Didn't nobody know who the fuck you was until me and you started arguing and shit. You know what I mean?
Definitely gave me some
So
validity.
yeah, so like I told him, bro, just run me that little 10K, run me that little 15K, or just give me 4 bands or whatever. I'm cool with whatever. But I feel like how you gonna get publicity off me but not pay me? That nigga got paid. You feel me? Like I know he got paid. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, don't downplay me to make your ratings go up. So you know, Adam22, you gonna have to check in with me, bro, on that one. You know, you still good people in my book, but yeah, somebody have to run me that 15K or 10K or 4K.
Well, hey, 4Extra just got out yesterday. I mean, you
Yeah.
recently got out like a week ago. I feel like this is a storyline in the making. They're still trying to find him a fight. I guess Aaron the plumber, if you're
Man,
familiar,
Aaron, bro, he want to go fight scrubs,
he
bro.
doesn't
Like
want to
Aaron the
fight 4
plumber.
Extra. So
Like
4
Aaron the
Extra's without an
plumber.
opponent.
Yeah, like Aaron Plumber not even an opponent for me, or for extra, or even a white dude that likes saying nigga and think he's a nigga. I don't know, bro.
Who is that?
Fuck, he's a ginger.
Damn.
Fuck, I don't even know the dude's name.
I haven't seen that guy. He's on No Jumper too?
Yeah, well, he was supposed to have fought for extra too after
Oh,
me.
okay.
But yeah, man, I forgot his name. I think his name's like Blaze or some shit. I don't fucking know. Some weird ass damn Memphis, Minnesota name. I don't fucking know, man.
No, we want to see the 4 Extra fight, but I'm saying it could still possibly happen. I hear they're trying to find him an opponent.
Bro, they ain't
And if
trying to find his ass shit. They ain't
you know,
trying to, man.
you think it's all bullshit at this point?
It's all bullshit. Because that was the case, bro, you would have been called me, you would have been flown me out, you would have been did some type of shit. I could did like some type of grappling match with him or something. You feel me? I could did some type of boxing sparring in the gym. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like the UFC is not gonna let that happen, of course. But we can go spar in the gym, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we can go spar in the gym. We can see who got hands and shit. Nope, didn't want to do that either. Didn't want to do no grappling match. So I said, fuck it. But now I just want the money from the publicity because I didn't ask y'all to be put on camera and talk to a stupid motherfucker that scream all day like a fucking buffoon.
On the phone
Like,
when Adam called you.
yeah, you feel me? Like I was cool watching TV, smoking gas and shit. I just chimed in because I'm like, bro, stop talking like you can beat everybody because you can't. You know what I mean? So that's all right, bro. Fuck 'em.
Yeah, well,
Just,
okay.
just put that on the headline. Adam22 and Wacko. He needs that money on too.
All right. Or fade or you're over the fight. You just want the
Man,
money.
fuck that fight. I want my money for the publicity. Fuck that
All
fight.
right, bet.
Y'all got a million fucking views on that damn shit. Give me my goddamn money. Fuck it.
Now 4 Extra. Are you familiar with this thing called peanut buttering at all?
Yeah, you talking about when the gay dude like fuck you in your ass or something?
No, so I guess in the LA County Jail, peanut buttering is like this happened. 4 Extra knocked the guy out, and his homies fucking like they got the peanut butter packs. I guess it's not like in a jar, it's like the
Yeah, it's in the
plastic
pack.
pack.
Yeah.
And they fucking once the guy gets knocked out, they pull his pants down, they rip open the pack and like down the butt crack. And 4 Extra said he wants to peanut butter you.
So he want to fuck me.
He wants to knock you out and peanut butter you.
Yeah. So like, I'm going to give you the most scoop. So they knock you out to put peanut butter on your butt crack, right? They put your dick in. They put the dick in so it goes in smooth like
So it's like a
Vaseline.
lube.
Yeah, that's nigga
That's
gay.
crazy work.
He's fucking gay. That's that jail talk. But yeah, tell him I beat Chaz up. Kiki Palmer. He hate
All
when
right.
people call him Kiki Palmer.
You watched that
Fucking
Orlando Brown interview?
yeah,
That shit was funny.
yeah, man. I caught a nigga Kiki Palmer in his face. He still ain't gonna do nothing. What you
All
wanna do,
right.
Kiki Palmer?
Hey,
Shit.
let me just see real quick if I have any. Oh, I have it written down right here. Anything else I gotta ask you? Um, Let me see here. Oh, I think I was just gonna ask if you are like the hood situation. I know I kind of asked already, but are you still in the hood, or you're kind of like in a decent area, or
Nah,
working on
bro.
it?
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I really stayed out the hood when fentanyl started hitting. It's just that I had stupid ass people, like people still around me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't go in the hood like that, bro. Like I know what goes on, bro. Like niggas getting murked left and right. Like fentanyl's out there bad now. Like I ain't trying to deal with this shit no more, bro.
Yeah, I also watched this Untold documentary. It might be worth watching. It was good. It was a good documentary of these shooting guards in the NBA, and that one of them like went back to the hood, and
And
it
I,
well, he got convicted of murder because basically he kept getting robbed, and he was so sick of getting robbed at gunpoint that like he went out one day to get revenge, and he
yep,
killed an
that's
innocent girl, and he
yep.
got like
Guess what?
sentenced to 25 years in jail for that, or prison.
And guess what? I'm gonna be real with you. That was dumb, nigga.
Slippery
If you,
slope though, just for getting involved in like bullshit. Like he didn't
bro, I'm gonna
ask
be
to get
real with you.
robbed, but he got so traumatized from that in the hood. So
Man, once I'm gonna tell you right now, once you rob me one time, if I know I got people and friends that know about you, I'm gonna let my homeboys handle that. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, bro, if I know I got money, I'm not gonna be staying in the hood, bro. I'm sorry. Really not. That's stupid. That's like you asking for some shit. So like, nah, bro, I just had dumb people around me, bro. But those people left because once I've been in jail for about 3 weeks, ain't nobody hit a nigga up. So, that kind of shows who's there and who's not there. You know what I mean?
that's why right now you don't got your phone ringing too much. You're just kind of like able to
Boy, that
train
bitch
and do
don't
your
ring at
thing.
all, boy. That bitch do not ring at all, boy. I'm so happy.
Yeah. What
I
happened today?
talked to a few people.
You just like woke up and trained and shit like that. Tell me what your like day to day was like today. Just kind of curious.
Woke up, trained, was able to get with my kids and stuff. I'm letting my kids play around right now.
Okay.
And like just about making money and just focus on the next fight. You know what I mean? That's really it, man.
Got you. What do you got going on later?
Probably gonna hop on the game, but honestly, bro, probably be with my kids for a little bit, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? It's the summertime, just chilling with the kiddos and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, bro. Well, I appreciate the time. I think a lot of people are definitely looking to hear from you.
Hey,
And
man, appreciate that, Brody. I
yeah.
know, man. That's why I just been keeping quiet. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll.
And in the meantime, bro, just stay grounded, all that stuff. Hopefully the money situation's right, because that's the most stressful thing. Like I said,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
dealing with it too. You know what I mean?
we all got to do it, man. We all got to do it, bro.
All right.
Well, all right, bro. Appreciate you for
All right,
having me,
bro.
bro. Like always,
Stay up,
bro.
dog.
Stay tuned, and I stay tuned with you, Brody.
All right, bro. I'll talk to you soon. I'll look out for that fight announcement.
All right, then, man.
All
Appreciate you,
right.
man.